Hey, welcome to the Linda Ray team. And my goodness, we're doing some more table talks, Paul. We're getting away from the podcast just a little bit and doing some table talks, huh?
Yeah, just flip it around a little bit because sometimes they'd like to see your face.
Yeah. I'm just exploring the possibilities of both of them. And they come out every Tuesday, guys. So it's either a podcast or a table talk or both. So also can catch all of the past ones on our website. But I wanted to talk today about, I'm going to go through my agents. I'm going to talk to you today about Paula, the agent everybody loves. Hi, Paula.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
It's amazing how many people love you.
Well, I work
You really
very
learned
hard.
that, didn't you?
I do. I work for my clients and I really connect with them, and I really feel that it resonates both ways. And then you get referral base constantly from them, because when somebody does something right for somebody, it's a rare thing, and you really learn to embrace that person. I know I do. When I get somebody that is amazing, I shout it from the mountaintops that I want them to have referral and lots of business. So I love it when my clients do the same for me.
Well, you also help the buyers and sellers save thousands of dollars, and that makes a difference too. Of course, to do it, as I've never seen anybody so loved in my life as Paula has, but that's the way it's been all of her life. So kudos to you, baby. It's not the ordinary realtor, that's for sure. And I think who you pick to be a realtor is so important. It matters, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It matters, right from picking up the phone or texting or dealing with the problem and not letting it lie and getting it before it becomes an issue, and always listening to your clients. That's your biggest issue, is listening to what their needs are and bring them and present to them the things that they really want to see and the way that you want to be treated, so you treat them the same way.
And if you're going to do it well, right?
Do it well. Whatever you do it to the best of your ability. Yep.
Well, anyway, I want to talk to you, the public, of what we can do. I wanted to sing her praises, but our agents are fantastic. So I wanted to sing her praises because I know people out there have had a lot of bad experiences, and I want to just keep moving on with that. But Michigan, we happen to still be in Florida. We've gone to a lot of classes, and wish I could send you an hour of the sunshine. And we're bringing back a tremendous amount of things that I think is important to our clients, because there is a lot of new. Times change, and that's one of the things that's kept us alive, is the fact that we are always able to adapt to the new normal, giving you more experience and exposure, results, service, you name it. We work on those titles, don't we?
Yes,
and
we do.
If we look back every January to see what we did really good last year and what did we do that we could do better. So over the last, I'm going to say 30 years of being the top producer in the Southeastern Michigan real estate world, we have been able to help a lot of people, thousands of people. I know we surpassed like $1.5 billion in sales or something like that. But more importantly, we have helped so many families and made so many great friends out there and acquaintances. So if you're looking for a good realtor, make sure you put Paula's number down, which is what, Paula?
248-770-8661. Call or text.
And she really does lead the pack when it giving more value to her customers, buyers, sellers, and also the investments, is right?
Absolutely.
And tell us about investments a little bit with the market the way it is.
Oh, wow. Investments are really a big thing at this point because prices keep, going up, and it's time to make moves. And they're looking for duplexes. People are looking for investments for their children down the road, or even for themselves for their early retirements.
And even though the prices are up, they're going to go up even more, and interest rates are going to go up too. So there's an urgency to this, right?
Right. And with the interest rates going up, and they're projecting, I think, about 4% mid part of the summer is what I've been hearing from several loan officers. And that's still a remarkable number. But the point is, if you can get it before that happens, and there is things on the market, you just have to dig deep and look for them. And, that's what we do. We find the resources to find those items to fit what you're looking for. If you let us know what you're looking for, we will work hard for you and not just put you on an automatic system. We got to go looking for it for you.
Oh yeah, that any agent can do that. And that just gets to be old hat, doesn't it? Talk
Correct.
to me a little bit about, you shared with me some of the goals that you have for Joe, and with real estate climbing the way it is, how some people can take that money and invest it in a real estate situation for down the road for their child as well.
Right.
Talk to me about the duplex idea, or
Okay. Yeah, Joe's been taking a lot of finance classes and he's in high school and that's my son. And so we're calling it grit and grace right now between him. And it's kind of like I'm giving him some grace and he's throwing some ideas and things he's learning and things he's learned from home. His teacher said he was very versed in a lot of the vocabulary in his class, which was really great to hear because he is listening when you think your kids aren't listening. So that's a good point. But yeah, we just said, what do you project for? You're going to go to college and what kind of jobs do you think you're going to do as you find out where you're going to go in your life? And he's like, and I said, I would like to get you an investment home. He's like, I think it should be a duplex. I live on one side. I learned to do the maintenance on it. I learned how to do the books. I learned how to budget it. And that could be for my future, or it could be for a long time future, or it could be for my downstroke on my home when I graduate after college. So we've been doing a lot of talking. For a 16-year-old, it's pretty remarkable, but this is also what we do. This is what he hears around the house. So we are, in the process of when to get that investment, that right investment that will bring things back and find out, truly there's, a lot of times when you do these investments, you got to really look to see, are they the true books? Are they not? What can they really sell for or lease out for? And how do you go about leasing them out? So that's been our strategy that we've been talking about, is how to get a good tenant, how to do that whole process. So him and I have been discussing that a lot since we've been down here in Florida. So it's not just a vacation. This has been an educational time that we have gone and we've dug deep with learning and coaching and classes and deep conversations, which are a gift, as far as I'm concerned, from between me and him, and passing on our legacy from, you, Mom, from what you've taught us, and passing it on to our children, and making sure that they can always have a way to make a dollar. There's always a way to always be as top and ahead of where you're going.
Well, with the prices of the houses today, think about this for a minute. If you would have bought your child a rental home 10 years ago,
right,
or 20 years ago,
you'd be making bank right now.
and even if you didn't pay cash for it, the tenants would have paid for that.
Right.
I know we had one of your father's rentals, if you're well aware of that one. Right. And he bought it and leased it out, and it paid for itself.
Right. And we've had a couple rentals that we've gone into, you and I, and we've done those as well.
But let's just use the one that was on Concord, because that was a good one, and it was a newer type home that had less maintenance issues and easy to lease. Right. And it paid for itself. And so at the very end of the time to have that particular rental, it was sold, and it more than doubled in price. Right. Plus he had made all the money each month on the property itself. Right. With very little maintenance. And that's another thing that people need to do, is especially if your husband is a handyman, or whoever it is that's doing the investment, that's good. But if not, you need to have a contact of someone who can absolutely help you with that. And you have them on staff where you use them all the time, so they don't gouge you with prices and so forth, if you're going to have something like that. But also, don't you think as you do this, you would be teaching Joe those fine qualities too, of how to maintain himself?
Absolutely. He's the kind of kid that Googles everything anyway. So he has an idea of, if there's a problem, there's a solution, and all you do is Google it and try to figure it out from there. So I don't think that will be an issue for him. And then if he gets into an area, if he gets into an area that he doesn't have knowledge, and that's when I say that's like when you go to electricity, you get electrician to come in, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that you do those things properly.
Yeah, well, I think that's good. And we talk about college, which is wonderful for children, but I think this is training that we all need to teach our children, and that is savings. I see that you're having a little technical problems over there, but that's okay. We can still see you. And we just got a light blinking, and that's what I said. Paula's a special person. She's probably got some twinkling going on over there. So the fact is that the child can be taught a lot about business too, no matter what they do. I've seen so many people with high degrees and their earnings are substantial, but they don't know what to do with it. They just don't know what to do with it. And real estate has always been important to anyone that's made any money. And so we certainly encourage parents to think about that as well, grandparents as well. Right. What better thing could you do than to stabilize a child, even with a down payment to purchase a home if they're on their own, is
Right.
to be able to get them started so that they don't end up, as we talked on another podcast today too, about how the prices are soaring and the interest rates are going to go back up. So it would be really great to nail one of those properties down.
Well, we just think of it this way, I mean, you just want to make sure that you can educate your kids in the best avenue. And of course, real estate is not only just our legacy, it's our trend, it's our life. And when you can see that you can make money and a potential and put them in that position, I just think that's just another wise lesson for them to learn.
Let's also talk about families now too, though, with the COVID situation. I've never seen so many people move for different reasons. And that is, again, spend more time, valuable time with your family by maybe purchasing a new home that has a little more land, has a swimming pool. Paula just popped a house for a client and it has a swimming pool right in the house, right, Paula?
Yes, absolutely. Indoor swimming pool, amazing home, great deal. And yes, they did very well on the profitability.
The profitability, but it's also a very good home and it will bring back that money. Yes, the appraisal showed it to be very valuable. And the thing is that they get to spend more time together, and the husband's very, very good at business, and he made that decision that he was going to have a home that would give them everything that they want with those children before they're raised totally.
Yep.
And then could sell it at that point if necessary. But I think a lot of people are doing that, and especially from working from homes, giving them the opportunity to maybe live a little further out. Those home prices seem to be a little bit less than living in the city. I think COVID has made a lot of good changes too, don't you?
I do. I think that, whether the kids can go to school online or we're doing more Zoom classes and more Zoom teaching and more Zoom mentoring. And I mean, just so much that you can do more with your time to make your time more wise. You're not spending hours of driving and double the money, and you're spending time investing into yourself or investing into your future.
One of the things that we are going to do, we've done before, every time it comes January, we pull out the past things that worked so well. And one of them was we have moving boxes for our clients.
Right.
And they do have, so if you invite us out for an interview on a listing, we're going to be able to give you tons of information, whether you list with this or not. And we're going to be able to offer you a few of the boxes right up front to get you started moving, right? If you list with us, we'll bring you more boxes. And the other thing is we would like to open you up into our own diary of ideas of what to do, our notebook, I'm going to call it, our special notebook, which gives you all the people to call. Let's talk about that, Paula. What do they need when they start?
First thing they need is, the first thing comes out of their mouth, oh my God, how am I going to do this? And then it's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We can have someone come over and help you, or this is what they do for a living. They organize for packing. They know they can pack it for you. They can go through things and say, let's have a game plan of what you're keeping, getting rid of, and donating. There's ways that they can do that. We can have moving companies come in. We've got carpet cleaners if that's a necessity. If there's needing some walls that need to be painted. I mean, anything that you can think of to make that sale go smooth and easy. We have someone that can assist you, which is very important, because now we just took a lot of that burden that you were worried about off the back of your head and helping you prepare to get it on the market.
Into structure, right? Put it into structure of what if, and also you got a great carpet guy too. We've used Al so many times, and it's really quality carpet and padding. Great service too. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, he's amazing, and he gets all of his carpet right from Georgia, so where it comes right from the warehouse. So he's beating the prices, and he's got great quality service. They can take out old, put in new, and sometimes it's not even as bad as everyone thinks. It's going to be all this $10,000. It's crazy. And I hear that. I go, wait a second. I go, let's have him come out, give you a free estimate, pick out the carpeting, put a good pad down, and make it look fresh and new. Because as a buyer coming in, honestly, that's like a huge factor. Is the less I have to do, the more I'm willing to pay for the house, because I don't want to have to do it myself. So the things that you can do, whether it's painting the walls, putting the new carpeting in, freshening up a sink or sink faucets, things that maybe are worn that needs to be done. Sometimes they're very inexpensive items, but make such a big difference to the buyers.
Just a nice fresh smell when you walk in that door with carpet, isn't it? And of course, going neutral so that it appeals to everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we can help you with that. We we have a
Yeah.
lot of people that, we can have, I know people that can come in and can help organize the colors and tones, whether you're purchasing or not. Cause I get a lot of buyers that say, now, what do I do at this point? I know, and I give them a lot of ideas, and I can say, here's some color palettes, go with this. And then we do have
Mhm.
people that can assist them with that as well. And a lot of times I do help my clients pick out a lot of stuff, whether it's
That's after the sale, right? That's
after
after
the,
the
yes,
close.
after the sale. So we still, we service you indefinitely. It's not just a quick sale. It's something to help you get to your home. And I say, in your kids' rooms, go ahead and be crazy and have fun with it, and put stripes on the wall and Mickey Mouse ears or whatever your daughter's into, princesses, do that. But no, when you go to sell, we're going to have to neutralize. But in the meantime, make the rest of the house pretty neutral, so it flows well. And then in the rooms, let it be personal for the kids. But there's ways to do it, not just trendy colors, but things that maybe make you feel good, because not everybody loves gray. I know a lot of people do, but not everybody loves gray, and especially in Michigan, because we have more gray than we have sunshine. So sometimes you might need a little peppier colors throughout the house without making an Easter egg, but something that you do love, because you want to love where you live.
Absolutely. And, but you want to actually want the greatest amount of people to love it as well. Beiges are always a nice thing. There's lots and lots of beiges and
Beiges and
beige
taupe.
grays and you name it,
Mhm.
but the neutral is what you want to do, so that
Right.
they feel like they're moving into a well cared for home, and yet they can paint a wall or two walls or all of it another color. That's really popular. I know my house has got a lot of white walls with black walls, and I love it that way. And it's I've had that for a few years. Don't know if I'm going to stay with it, but eventually, it's you make those changes. But we have a lot of ideas for you without. And the other thing is to make sure that you don't spend money on things you don't need to. If
Absolutely.
it's not
Save
going
you
to
a
bring
lot
you
of
more
money.
money, if it's not going to bring anything back to you, then what's the point? Also, the organization. Where do I start?
Right.
We have point people that absolutely comes in, and Joe Golda, and she's just so fabulous. It's like she just is born with this organization thing in her brain. And some of the things I think, why didn't I think of that? And wow, that was easy. And I've had her come into my home and put things together, like the lower level when it gets out of control. We do so many community functions that my lower level gets pretty well used for all of that stuff. And all of a sudden you feel like you're out of control. I tell you what, she brought her girls in there and they had it done and nothing flat, didn't they? I was
Yeah,
just shocked.
they did.
So
They put it together so it'd be easier function for everybody. We just have
to
to
find
stay
everything,
organized.
and it felt so good because it got away from me for a while. And I go into most homes, and quite frankly, their basements have gotten away from them big time.
Oh
And I
yeah.
can't stand things not organized. I move too fast, and when I reach for it, it better be there. And so I just really appreciate Joe. And again, even if you just need her to come in and say, where do I start?
Right.
Where do I start?
Like a
You know,
consultation, just to kind of give you that encouragement to where to do it, because that is a big question with everybody. Where do I start? And we try to make it as easy on you, and supply people that will help you and make it a smooth transition, so it's not so gut
well, she
wrenching.
goes
Because
through a lot of things. And if you don't even want it, she knows who to take it to that will use it.
right, and
They will
donate it.
actually move it for you. I mean, whether it's Grace Center of Hope,
Mhm.
whatever, the Salvation Army, whatever, she's going to find a place for those things to go. And you don't have to do it. And it all comes with that service. So
Right.
once you do that, you're going to have enough when you move to put everything away. But it just feels so good to have it purged and all your cupboards cleaned and your closets. And all of us talk about we need more closet space. Well, if you got 3 sizes of clothes in there, maybe that's the first place to start is, just go with the ones that you're using right now. But she came in and did my closets. I love that, organized all the whites together, all the blacks together, all the reds together. I just loved it. And they did it just like that, and it really puts my work day into order that I don't have to go through that. That's not, patience is not my expertise when it comes to things like that. So I like to get things done, and then I have people surrounded around me to do the things that require extreme amount of patience. And we have that. Our Caroline, Angela, Vicky, they're extremely the opposite for me. They're extremely patient. And it works well, doesn't it, Paula?
It does. It works very well. You have your strengths, and then you shine in your strengths, and you find your weakness, and you find someone that shines in that, and they help you, and it makes it all balance out.
Yep, yep. And if you want a house listed and you want it sold, make sure you didn't leave anything on the table. This is the girl to call. 248-709-3786. And Paula, extremely.
248 248-770-8661, and looking forward to hearing from you.
Thanks. See you guys later. Wish we could send you an hour of the sunshine. It is going to be in the 80s this week. I'm sorry, but please be happy for us. We got to come back to that too. And then we got a whole year ahead of us to work extremely hard, because 2022 is going to be what, Paula?
Best year ever, and the most amazing year. Yes.
And what is best year to you? What's the best year?
Best year is balance between work, family, and in life and living.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And if you're thinking about a real estate career, please give us a call, 248-709-3786. I'd love to talk with you. We got a lot of new things coming up in the future here, and we're going to be announcing them soon. So you guys stay tuned. Okay. See you later. Bye.